Okay, I've moved away from the bench now and have moved up to the faceplate sander or the disc sander. What we want to do in step 3 is to choose one of the ends of our timber and sand it smooth, straight, and most importantly square to the face edge and face side. And we do this with a rotating disc sander. Now there are other ways to do it. We could use a plane, a hand plane to just trim the end, but this is probably one of the easiest ways to get our ends nice and sanded and smooth. Obviously this works on the basis that we have a movable guide, and this guide is set at 90 degrees to the wheel, and we have a table to sit our piece of wood on, which also should be set at 90 degrees to the wheel. I always like to check that before I use it. Vibration can cause those settings to work themselves loose. So I'm just going to check that the table is square to the wheel, and that's square. And then I'm checking that the guide, the movable guide, is also square. Now that's a little bit out. So I'm going to release the black knob there and move that until that's sitting nice and square against the two surfaces, and do that up fairly tight so it doesn't loosen itself. So we've just checked that the machine is ready to use. Now, the rule that you know about with this particular sander is that we only ever place the face edge or the face side against the guide. That means that we are only making a 90-degree angle according to our two original surfaces. So we're going to place the face edge, in this case, against the guide, and we're going to sand one end. In this case, probably doesn't matter which end you choose. I happen to like the fact that there's a nice looking knot there to add character to our wood, so I'm going to sand this end so the knot is going to be part of my 300mm long piece of timber. Now we need safety equipment here, so I have my safety glasses, and we also need to turn on the extraction to extract the dust from this. For the sake of the video, we will leave that extraction off. So what we're going to do is place my left hand on top of the timber with the face edge, which is this edge, against the guide. Don't forget that that's our measurement rule. And we're going to push it against the sanding disc as it's spinning, and that's going to give us a nice straight and square sanded end. So let's turn it on. Now to do this, you need to make sure that you don't burn the end of the timber. So it's a matter of pushing for a couple of seconds and then giving it a little bit of time to cool down a little bit. So it's push and then off, another one and then off, and have a look at it, make sure that it's sanded the whole end. You can see the little sanding marks going across the grain. I can see that it's sanded the whole surface. That now should give me a nice sanded smooth end. And if you want to give it a nice check, handle against the face edge, and I'm holding that up, and that's now square, sanded, smooth, and I don't need to touch that end again.